tolerated and revered. During the mid-7th century, when the Islamic conquest happened in Iranian plateau, Iranians followed by the Muslim conquest of Afghanistan and the establishment of Ghaznavid kingdom in Central Asia, which is from 977 to 1186 AD, it led to the decline. It led to the decline and eventual disappearance of Buddhism from the most part of this area. Buddhism, however, flourished in the eastern part of Afghanistan, eastern part of Central Asia, in Chinese Turkestan, Tarim Basin, where both Indians and Iranians lived in major cities. The region revealed rich Buddhist works of art and Buddhist texts. The Uyghurs conquered the area in 8th century and belonged and blended with the local Iranian people, absorbing the Buddhist culture of that region in its local way. And from all this, we can conclude that this region had rich Buddhist works of art and Buddhist text. Ceridian art is a reminiscent of the Gandhara style. It is just like the Gandhara style. The Uyghurs conquered the area in 8th century and blended with the local Iranian people, absorbed the Buddhist culture of the region. They were later absorbed by the Mongols, Yuan dynasty. Many printed Buddhist texts from this region date to Yuan, and they were printed in Uyghur, Sizia and Sanskrit languages. The Uyghurs also restored the cave temples and repainted the Buddhist wall paintings, such as at Bejeklik. Uyghur Buddhism was the last major Buddhist culture in the eastern Turkestan, and it lasted until the mid-14th century. After the Islamization of Xinjiang, Buddhism ceased to be a major religion in the area. Otherwise, Buddhism would have come to this part of the world much earlier. When Buddhism was making inroad to China, and Buddhism, the state of Buddhism in Central Asia we are discussing, and how Buddhism suffered because of the Islamization of that area, and how it started declining in that area, though it made an attempt to make an inroad to China. That time what was happening in India? In the heartland of India, Buddhism continued to flourish under the Guptas. The Guptas were the dynasty, is a very big dynasty, which ruled India from 4th century to 6th century AD. Gupta rulers like Kumaragupta, who was ruling from 414 to 455, that is 414 to 455 AD. Kumaragupta supported and enlarged the Nalanda University, which was already there, and this became the largest and most influential Buddhist university in India for many centuries, where scholars from different parts of the world were coming to study. The great Buddhist philosopher, whose name was Dignaga, taught his new doctrine there in Nalanda, and Nalanda remained a central place for the study of the theory of knowledge. The influence of Gupta style of Buddhist art spread over or spread along with the faith from the Southeast Asia to China. During this period, Chinese pilgrim, whose name was Fayan, Faxian, they say it in Chinese, the Chinese pilgrim Fayan also visited India to study Buddhism. Similarly, there was another famous Chinese traveler whose name was Yuanzhang, also reached India after the end of the Gupta rule in 4th century AD. His travelogue reported all these things. And he has written that Buddhism was very popular in Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, and Tamil Nadu. These are all southeastern states. While reporting many deserted stupas he found in and around the present-day Nepal, and the persecution of Buddhas by the Shashanka, who is not a Buddhist king. He started persecuting the Buddha things, and it was during the time of Shashanka. He is a ruler from Gauda. Gauda is the present-day Bengal. Shashanka was not liked by, or Shashanka did not like the Buddhists. So it was perhaps when Shashanka visited, when Shashanka's rule came to an end. Despite political uncertainties and the rise of many feudal powers, Buddhism continued to flourish under the Palas. Palas were the regional rulers from 8th century to 12th century AD. They were ruling over the present-day Bengal, West Bengal or East Bengal, both parts. Buddhism once again came to the center stage under the Palas. The Palas were very staunch supporters of Buddhism. They built several important Buddhist centers like Bikramshila and Sompura. They also supported many other stations, many other centers of Buddhism like Nalanda and Bodh Gaya. It was at these great Buddhist universities that scholars elaborated the philosophies of Abhidharma, Madhyamaka, Pramana, as well as the study of linguistics, medicine, astronomy, music, painting, sculptures. Thus Mahayana Buddhism flourished and spread to Tibet, Bhutan and Sikkim. So we find that under the regional powers, even under the powers not very important in the Indian pan-Indian history, the Palas who were ruling over only the Bengals, they supported many Buddhist establishments, and during this time many Buddhist scholars were visiting the Buddhist universities to study, and thus the students who were studying over there, they were from Korea, they are from Japan, they are from China, they are from Tibet. So these people continued to study there and learn about this Buddhism, and gradually went back to their own country to have their own thing. Now, this way, Mahayana school of Buddhism flourished and it started spreading beyond India, spreading to Tibet and Bhutan